Hey everybody, I wanted to make a short video about what I'm going to wear at Halloween, and the answer is I'm going to look like Jack Skellington. So I 3D printed this whole mask, and that's why I want to make a quick video telling you what I did, how I did it, and basically trying to give tips for whoever wants to build the same project. So originally I took a design from someone else of Thingiverse, but I had so many issues putting it together and I wasted so much time and material putting this together that I figured it would only be nice to document to other people how you should actually get to a result which looks like this. So there are a couple of tips, and I think that the first tip, if you want to make the Jack Skellington mask, is to only print front. I originally wanted to print the whole head, which would then fit all around me, and this is only a short, tiny stack of wasted material. But I basically started that, and the design I used is a design where the pieces simply don't fit together for some reason. So in the end, I had to give up making the whole head and settled for making the mask. That's maybe where the second tip comes from, in that, as I said, there are some pieces which, like this is one of the original meant to be pieces, which just don't fit on the head. And one trick I discovered is that you can resize this piece with 126%, then you get this piece, but then of course this piece doesn't fit anymore. So I had to remake that a bit, and you can find that on Thingiverse, and I will link to it under this video, and you can check out my blog to see all the other tips. Then the next tip is that initially I wanted to, when I still thought that all the pieces would fit nicely together, I thought it would be nice to use some fast drying glue with some activator. But after trying that, figuring out that first of all the pieces don't really fit, and second of all I dropped the mask, which then shattered it in as many pieces as I started with, luckily. But that was a big downside of not using hot glue gun. So hot glue gun was way more forgiving, especially with these pieces, and I think still looks great. So I would absolutely recommend you to use hot glue gun. That's also how, when you only make half the head, you can glue all these pieces like the cloth in, which in my case I used an old hat for. You can also hot glue some elastic band. That's how you can put it on your head. Yeah, so then maybe one last tip is that, as you can see, there are many pieces, and initially I started printing them. Let me see if I can quickly find a piece. Initially I started printing them all on a flat side and then printing support material to make sure that the pieces stayed on the 3D printer on the hot bed. But at some point I discovered, so first of all that becomes really ugly, because then you have to do a lot of work to get all this plastic off again, and you never really can. So it just looks a bit like the bones are actually even more scary now than they were before. But what you can do is take a piece and rotate it in such a way that you can put it exactly on your hotbed, and you don't even have to print any support material. Sometimes you have to print a raft if your hotbed doesn't hold the pieces, but you basically print them with loads of overhang, and that seems to work. So yeah, that's good. So yeah, that's basically it. I really hope you liked this video. I know I'm happy because I will be able to wear a mask this Halloween, which is extra safe. And yeah, if you like this video and you want to see more content like this, in this case I only made this video because I spent way too much time making mistakes and I want to prevent others from making the same mistakes. But if you want to see more content like this, leave a comment, like the video, make sure to subscribe, and thank you for watching. Happy Halloween! Do, 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 do. and goes on every age. Don't you want to see something strange? You will see.